What are you doing? Okay, put on the charger. The charger. No, it's not. Charger right there. Girl. So, you're gonna leave it, okay?
First year once. Yo, Juan, what's the word, player? Chilling, man. You talking about?
Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Right.
The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Houston going up tempo. Rides to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
What are you talking about?
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, slow, man.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
But no,
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Girl, she actually is in the same.
I like food, my guy. I like getting
same grade as you and Brandon.
Break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with his defense.
He ended up turning into
picked up 2 yards on that
guy.
last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Need.
And I just saw her like post something about it was something that she
They
said.
finally get him stopped, but what a good
Like,
job.
you know how she on the grill, well, he on the grill. And I mean, like,
one of the things I love about this offense
his
is
voice
is
deep as ever.
They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Cougars are moving
I
quickly
was
down
like,
the field.
what in the world?
Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And makes the
You remember Alexis? He was on the girls' basketball team. Turned into a dude.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run
Kaiser, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown. And
Yeah, terrible.
what just happened there?
Yeah, slow one. What are you doing? Okay, just turn it back on.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second
Hold
look
on,
at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play play will stand.
Well, let me see. What are you doing?
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Yeah, he posted something. I was like, geez, man, voice deeper than all of
it.
it.
So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has them all teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside the spot.
Way more.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So West Virginia's offense will get the ball for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have.
I forgot all about that.
You are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They get him down after he makes the catch. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
I never knew that.
And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed, try to attack the perimeter of the field.
They got to go
defense,
therapy and all that stuff too.
Any of it, you saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible.
I don't know.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last touchdown drive was
we hired somebody that was trained.
And that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Yeah, everybody that I was working with, some of them knew him like prior to his transition. I forgot what his name was before. Yeah.
Difficult situation.
It was like, yeah, man. It was like, shoot, I knew him when he was a sheep.
Nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to
but it's crazy because it's like how they like basically it's like
right up the middle.
They have moments where like it's like
work up front, committing to block.
How you want to say it? I don't know. A split personality is like the way to say it, but it's like they have moments where like they're going crazy. Like I know the person that we hired, like he was literally like walking around sometimes like talking to himself.
After the run, now to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
It's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Yeah. And he had kids. He got kids,
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
Yeah, it's strange, man.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 15. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
You called it, man.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays.
Sunday,
Like
you said Sunday prime time.
Points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
And it's the playoffs.
Will be brought down. West Virginia hasn't.
Exactly.
This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now. You expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Nowhere.
Because the Knicks, somebody made a good point. They said it was like, yeah, think about it. Playing at home in Madison Square Garden, man, it ain't, you know, it's not easy. Just playing that period is not easy. So them being on the road, I mean, it's the reason why, you know, they.
A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse.
Exactly.
They'd like to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Oh, yeah.
Looking to throw, it's Need. Getting some heat. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. It's now second down after the short completion. Give to the running back. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Offside defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, goes upstairs.
Every time you speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
You know how it is, man. Once you see them first few baskets go in, too good.
Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 4 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
Nope.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags in third down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great.
Yeah, we waiting on half the league. Half the beat. You look, man. You know, I think it was UNC were the only ones that played so far. Dang, man.
Because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will
take the
penalty.
No. He lost in the 3-star.
Wide receiver coming across in motion.
Nah.
Looking downfield, it's Need. Gonna let it fly. He's got it. Run out of bounds just before.
I'm telling y'all, my wide receiver from Houston, man. He's like 6'5". This man be catching everything, man. I'm telling you.
Make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
I wish I would have known. Shoot, somebody would have put me up on getting taller receivers. Shoot, them the ones that be catching everything.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this.
We are 27-0 against West Virginia.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a...
we killing him.
Makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Nothing too exotic about that play.
I was going to play this game a little bit earlier, but I was like, man, shoot. I need to get in the zone. I said, shoot, let me go ahead and give me some cut waters real quick.
Find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Bro, man, let me tell you how this workout went with Justin, man. Never again, dog. Never again. Never again. But I mean, the most unorganized workout ever. So, like, it was like, all right. So, I beat him there, which I was actually kind of surprised. So yeah, I beat him there. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I was like, most people like to just do chest workouts. So I was like, all right, so I'm over here by the bench or whatever, right? So, like I said, you know, I can't remember what I had on the bar at one point. Maybe about 135 or 185. I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is that I'm looking at him. Oh, okay, all right. We get to 225. Once I saw him kind of like struggle with that, I said, "Oh yeah, nah, this ain't finna be the workout that I thought it was gonna. Well, I was expecting it. So did chest? No, we did. Went to 245. That was it. I think I had went to like maybe like 315. Hit that for 8 reps, you know, whatever. Oh, what's his name? Evan was there. Evan was there at the gym. And then next thing you know, like just hit 245. And he went over to the Smith machine to do you know, what you call it? Military press or whatever, shoulder press or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know, whatever, you know. But at this time, I'm like, bro, so you trying to do shoulders and like I'm confused, bro. I'm like, yo, I don't, you know, we gotta have some. Yeah, I'm like, if that's what he was gonna do, you know, kind of like let me know. So I'm just like, all right, you know, whatever. So did that. The next thing you know, it jumped over. It was like did that for a little bit. He had put like 225 on the Smith machine. I'm sitting there looking at him. I'm like, bro, I know you're not finna hit this shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not even finna try that right now. Cause I'm like, I just did shoulders the other day.
He's looking to
225.
He's going for
that's gonna be kicked off.
And they
but anyway, but yeah, he put 225 on there. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then next thing you know, he took that, you know, the extra 45 off. So I think he might put a 10 or 25 on there. Hit that for maybe a few reps. I hit that too, knocked that out. But at this point, I'm just kind of like, you know, like, bro, like, you know, what are we doing? Like, I'm like, are we hitting chest, arms, what?
To the ground to try to
so then that's
that'll be enough for the
bro. It was so then after that I'm thinking like, all right, I thought we was gonna do chest today. So in my head I'm thinking like, all right, man, we probably finna
now he's gonna break the pocket.
I'm just thinking that okay, we probably finna just, you know, go from flat bench, we're going to incline, we're going to work on machines. No. So after we did the shoulder press, we jumped over to...
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient.
Oh, did back. So I'm just like, bro, what we doing? Jumped over the back, did like, you know, a few sets of that. Then after that, yes, little one. Little one, as soon as I'm done, we can go, okay? So then next thing you know, we jump back over the chest. Then after that, he grabbed this barbell. He was like, oh yeah, we finna hit this or whatever. On the side of my head, I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? So we did a little bit of arms. Then I think it was just like so all over the place. I was like, bro, this is not what I was expecting. And then on top of that, it was just like, what else did he do? At one point, I thought I heard him say, oh, we finna do legs. I'm sitting there thinking, like, bro, like, what kind of workout session is this?
On third down, going up top. He'll take another shot here. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Bro.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator.
Hold on, okay?
Scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
How about this? These guys are going for two.
Yeah, and I was just like, bro, I'm like, I don't know. I was just like, man, I should have just had him just try to just follow in with me, man.
He won't make it in. Stopped just short on the two-point conversion attempt.
But I was just like, bro, this is the most unorganized workout session I've
had. At the end of the second
bro.
quarter, that means it's time to join Kevin.
I literally was like, yeah, dog, this ain't it, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do another workout session with you.
And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through two quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number one for that opposing sideline.
Just about set to start the second half.
I couldn't take it serious, man. You know, Jericho's, that's her husband, right?
Really disciplined job by the
okay, yeah. Her husband, yeah. Because he had told me, he was like, yeah, I got somebody else coming up. Okay, cool. And I saw him, I said, oh, that's what's name or whatever. Okay, that was Jericho's husband or whatever. He was like, oh, you Brandon's homie. I said, yeah, man, what's going on, man? What's the word?
It was awful in the first half.
So he was, you know, he was trying or whatever, you know, working out with us.
I get the ball first.
Like I said, man. Nah, man, it's just that, man, I can't do it with Justin, man. I can't work out with him, man. Dude, the workouts be too unorganized for me, man.
You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, bro, I just did, you know. I can't remember. I think I did arms the other day. I did arms the other day, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, try to do, you know, it was just, I was like, nah, this ain't it.
For a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1, and the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Slips through the line. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
Yeah, man, I'm like, man.
Comes onto the field. Line gets set.
I said never again.
Gonna run it. It's Stewart. Stopped
they had a something, man.
Line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
So, man, like I said, like, the only reason why I literally, you know, was over there by the bench, because I'm like, you know what, I was like, most people like to do chest, so I said, we're going to do chest and see and go from there.
Out of the gun, the inside.
I don't know. Maybe, you know, he was probably like, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. Working out with Justin, I said, nah, I ain't doing this again. I was like, nah.
It's third down in the line.
In my opinion, in my honest opinion, man, he was playing around up in there.
Power football with the
well, no, let me not say play around, but he was BSing. That's probably the better way. It was like,
this is a top 25.
I'll say, like, if me and Rome was in there, it'd be a completely different thing.
Downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we already got, you know, all right.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB.
Yeah, it's like we got a game plan. It's like if we gonna work on Rome may ask us like, all right, what we working on today? Are we gonna work on chest or whatever? We'll just work strictly on chest. Working on arms, we'll work strictly on arms. You know, it's just like Justin was too all over the place for me. I was like, bro, I can't do this.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Houston wants to play fast. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense. They run the football and get
you over there
first down. They
talking
throw
about,
the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college.
He got a hit
football.
that birthday party.
They are so hard to defend.
I don't know why I thought it was
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4.
Yeah, what y'all doing for his birthday?
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, player.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 8th play of the drive coming up. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
I would have tried out at least. Shoot.
Understanding the situation in the game, the ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Houston! And the stomping has commenced.
How about the day for this young man? 3 receiving touchdowns.
Right.
The defense. That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again. He's
got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Well, Lawrence was a freak athlete.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease
Remember,
in
he,
that kickoff coverage, and
what did he do? I guess he
West
dunked
Virginia has it back
over
ready to dive into that playbook.
Cedar
Their
Ridge.
drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
Going to the running game.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was like the most sturdiest.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.
No, he was going everywhere to go. Man.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Couldn't tell us nothing.
He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
Line getting set on second down.
Here.
He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's crossed. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Okay, that's what
and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Going up top on first down. It's complete to the right.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
What the freak happened? Did he
like brought down after a nice game?
The offense has struggled. They're
Bro, you heard what happened at Chuggalug, I guess, last night?
Trying to find things to build off of
over
for
there
next
in
week. And
over
after an explosive play
Glenwood.
like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum
It's
and gain a little bit of confidence
got shot up there.
coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Late at night.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Dog, I already said, I said, if I'm going during the day. Which don't,
Unloads to the wideout.
Over there in Glenwood.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it.
It's on,
and there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route.
Only going during the day, yo. I ain't got time for
And he
no
takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
They was like, oh, man, it's 30 and up. I said, yo, I've been saying this for years, man. I'm like, just because it's 30 and up, that don't mean it's going to be a mature crowd up in there.
They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
No, I said ignorant people are just
He'll
ignorant
start the
people.
return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Put the backups in.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They're bringing heat. Oh, floated high, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it.
Oh, thank God we got hit with a, I think, what's that, an intentional ground? Wait, did we get hit with, yeah.
They'll line up for a second down play.
Thank God we did, because that means they ain't even get a pick 6.
to throw. It's Need. Firing to the right, complete.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's
I'm
man,
looking. I'm like,
so
bro, I'm finna. What are you doing?
seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
That's a little bit too late for that shit.
In the hurry up.
What are you doing? I was not paying no attention. I could have got offside.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
Oh, what are you doing?
To the air on first down.
Dang!
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On second down, wants to throw.
I should have waited.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, I'm not pricing.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this
I thought we were trying to be
right here to end the game.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball is
He caught it out of bed. Oh, booth review.
Does not pan out.
Please tell me that's a touchdown.
Ready to go to work.
Oh, he caught it out of bounds.
Try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of...
I'm happy y'all sacked this quarterback.
Wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense
I was hoping he caught that
for their next football game.
On third down, he drops to throw.
Oh, you guys should have picked that. Oh, we get the ball back. I thought about it.
The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away.
We should try to score. Well, I remember when our stadium used to be empty.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make
doing?
the fair catch. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And a big play on the outside.
Thank you.
What a job.
And he caught it with
feet in bounds and get the completion.
Caught it with 2 seconds left. Let's get it. Excuse me.
Dropping back, it's Need.
I forget it. That's just, yeah.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard